You have to be successful here. Okay, be successful. Then do what that successful person does on that path that you are on, and the success will become automatic. You've been successful in some areas, but not like you could have been. Why? Chasing creates anxiety, not achievement. I want to talk to you about success. And the title of the video is You're Doing It Backwards, the Truth About Success. So, what does it mean to chase success? It means, first of all, it simply means you're in pursuit of something, or in this case, in pursuit of success. So what happens during that process? You can constantly be moving the goalposts. Once you hit some milestone or some target that you aim for, if you don't hit that target the way you want to, the way you intended, what happens? You keep moving the goalposts because now you're not satisfied at this level. So you got to amp it up, and you got to ramp it up, and you got to increase that pressure. Because some people, of course, thrive under pressure. That's what they say. So if you want to be successful, and no matter what it is, it's not always financial success. Everybody's not looking for that. Everybody's not looking for fame. But you want to be successful in your endeavors. You want to be successful for your family. You want to do great and achieve more, even for personal gain. Some of you want to achieve. Be successful in the eyes of your God, right? Okay. Stop moving the goalposts. Master where you at. When you get to that next target, relax. Enjoy that victory. Then prepare for the next one. Now, yes, you should always continually go up and increase and get better, but you're constantly chasing something. We want to help you get out of that mode, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I don't anticipate it's going to be too long a video because I think you get the point. Because the second thing, you're hustling. There are people who are hustling without clarity. I mean, what are you doing? Chasing the bag? That's the term people use all the time. I'm chasing the bag, I got to get that bag. All of us want to make more than enough money, I think. Most people. I ain't going to say everybody, but most people want to make more than enough money. So how do you go about doing that? Well, if you feel like you got to hustle, but you have no aim, you have no target, you have no, I know some people don't believe in setting goals, but you have no goal, you have no objective. How you know you're going to achieve that thing which you aim to achieve or supposedly want to achieve? So no, be clear on what it is you want, the person you want to become, the things you want to do, the things you want to attract into your life, what you want to give out. We have to see all those things. All of that matters. It takes time to think, so which means we also have to become patient going through that process, to strategize, to lay out our plan successfully, and then put ourselves in position to execute. But you won't do that if you don't take the necessary steps, if you don't understand the principles of success. Some people mistake motion for progress. I don't know how many times I've heard over the years, and I myself have said the same thing, that I'm busy. And so you constantly spinning your wheels, but not going anywhere. You're doing a lot of activities, but you're not getting a thing done that you really want to get done or think you should be getting done. Why? Because we're in pursuit of something. I've been learning a very powerful principle. A very, very powerful principle is, my dad always said this: what you see in mind, you'll see in time. He also talks about sowing and reaping. What you put out is what you're going to get back. Have you ever heard the term, you are what you eat? That's what we have to be mindful of, because if success is way over there and you are pursuing it, then you're not the person really ready for that success. So you have to be successful here. Okay? Be successful. Then do what that successful person does on that path that you are on, and the success will become automatic. You'll have that particular outcome or results that you want. I know I've experienced this in my life. My goal has been to be more consistent. Yes, keep growing and going higher and getting better and better. But you have to work on the small things, which in other words, you need this other tool that will help you, and it's called consistency. See, success does not happen by accident. It must be planned. Yes, I hear some people believe and live by luck, but for me, luck is unpredictable. I want success, true success. It's not. It can be measured, but you have to know what those principles are, what those rules or whatever, those instructions, so that you can put yourself on that path and not be surprised. You may be surprised at the level of success you do achieve, but you won't be surprised that you were successful. So, the second thing is this. Why chasing keeps you stuck. Why does chasing keep you stuck? Because in your mindset, you still have this picture that this is not enough yet. And so you don't ever arrive at a place of satisfaction. I'm not talking about complacency. Complacency is not a good place to be in. But you should get to a certain level where when you reach in that particular endeavor, you should be satisfied. You should be content, not complacent, but content. And then you set yourself up and get ready for the next thing. Take note of what you did. Pat yourself on the back. Hey, good job, John. Good job, Bill. Good job, Marsha. Whatever your name is. Pat yourself on the back and say, good job. There are times when I finish doing yard work, for example. I do my parents' yard, and I look back. And I learned this principle a few years ago. And so I started doing it. After I finished cutting that yard, you know what I do? I look back and I say, good job. Accomplishing the goal I set to accomplish that day. And looking back and saying good job, that gives me positive reinforcements rather in my mindset. So now I don't feel like I didn't come away doing anything successful or good. I know I did. That's me being proud of myself. My parents compliments me often, but what I'm saying is I'm not looking for that necessarily all the time. But what I am saying is you need to compliment yourself on this path of success, path towards victory and success. You become what you pursue, not what you fake. You know, growing up, when I used to be in multi-level marketing business, one of the things I had heard some people say is fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. You know, that's a part of that positive thinking crowd, that positive thinking process, you know. And later in my life, I developed a different word because I don't like the word fake. It means it's unreal. You know, like fake news is not real. And so in your mind, if you're telling yourself it's not real, then why should the unreal become real? So I said, you know what? I'm not going to fake it, F-A-K-E, till I make it. I'm going to faith it, F-A-I-T-H. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to faith this thing. And so let me encourage you on that. Faith this thing out. Go through the process believing, knowing that this thing is working, knowing that no matter how long it's taken, even if it don't even look like things are coming together, you are following these instructions. You are following these principles. So they have to work. It doesn't matter about the color of your skin. It doesn't matter about your upbringing, your background, none of that stuff. If you can become very good at following the right instructions, more often than not, there would not be any reason success should not be your end result over and over and over again. But it takes intentionality. It takes commitment. It takes dedication. It takes one being accountable. It takes one being disciplined. All the tools necessary that you can acquire. I think some of it we have and others we have to choose to acquire and pick up along the way through the process and developing, going through these experiences to develop those certain skill sets and characteristics and attributes. If we go through that, we'll be awesome. Everybody can be awesome. Yes, you're going to have opposition. You're going to have obstacles and you're going to have opponents. You're going to have unfavorable situations, circumstances, and conditions at times. But your perspective can shape how you look at all of those issues. You can either see them as impediments to your success, or you can see them as aiders and enablers. Not enablers, but they help you become successful, because without that resistance, you won't become strong in the areas you need to become strong in. You won't become stronger in other areas that you need to become stronger in. So Embrace those moments that are uncomfortable. Embrace those moments that seems unfair and disfavorable to you. You know, my dad taught me last year. Now, I've said this in a couple other videos. Reframe your past. Stop regretting where you came from. Stop regretting the missed opportunities. Stop regretting the things you said. You can't go back and change those things, but you can reframe how they affected you so that it can help you have a positive view in the present and create a positive outcomes in the future, positive experiences, the things you can control. These are powerful principles. I know this stuff works. It's just a matter of getting started and making up your mind every time you feel that resistance. That I don't want to do this. I don't feel like getting up to go work out. I don't feel like doing the clothes, doing the laundry when I do have time to. No. When you start developing that mindset, when you start having a mind shift, as my one of my coaches challenged us at the beginning of the year to go through, is a 40-day journey, and I went through it. I'm gonna go through something like that. I'm gonna go through it again, I believe. That really challenges you to step out of your comfort zone. It challenges your normal way of life if you want something different than what you've been having. That's why I took it, and it was beneficial then. So don't fake it till you make it. Faith it. Faith till you make it. You can't chase what's supposed to flow from you. See, what's naturally, if you're negative naturally, you can't chase that. Positivity ain't in you there. What's going to flow from you naturally? Negativity. But if you're positive mostly, let's say you're positive, what's going to flow from you? Positivity. Do you chase that positivity out of you? No. It's already in you. You already acquired it. Now you releasing it. And you're on the path of putting yourself in position to receive more of it. You see that? You put it out, you get it in. You put it out, you get it back in. It's like breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You get what you put in, what you put out. That's the key to this. That's what makes this whole thing so exciting, because you get to choose whether you succeed or fail. It's not up to God. It's not up to your upbringing. It's not up to anybody else. I'm talking about when you get to the age of accountability, you understand right from wrong, and you begin to understand that you actually do have a choice in life, and you accept that responsibility. That can be one of the most powerful days and one of the most powerful moments in your life. You have to choose that. Or, excuse me, you have the option of choosing that. Let's talk about alignment. Alignment over ambition. Now, I looked up these words for you. I'm looking them up on Safari, and one of the definitions here is from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary concerning the word alignment. What's the word align mean? It means to bring into a line or alignment. To bring into line or alignment. Okay? Bring it into alignment. You be parallel. You be on the same track. Okay? You're one. The word ambition, it means, and it comes from the collinsdictionary.com. It is defined as an earnest desire for some type of achievement or distinction as power, honor, fame, or wealth. And it's the willingness to strive for its attainment. I want you to understand what's the difference between these two. When it comes to success, you do not have to pursue success. You must know what you want, what success is to you, what you would consider success, and then ask, how do I get to that destination, that outcome, or those results? How? So find out the instructions that you would need to follow, the steps you need to take. Where do you start from? When you start? The sooner you start, the sooner you get closer towards your desired objective. When you're ambitious, pursuing these things, saying, I've earned desire for achievement, that can get ahead. That can kind of get in the way of helping you to focus and align with the principles that would guarantee you success, versus you say, man, I got to have all that wealth. I got to have all that power. I got to make it happen. When you follow the principles of success, you're not making it happen. You're letting it happen because you've aligned with the principles or the instructions that will get you what you want and where you want in the right time, in the right season, in the right way. But when you say, I'm ambitious, you feel like all the onus, you may feel that all the onus is on you to make that a reality. And so now the mentality is, I gotta make it happen. I'm gonna make myself success. I'm gonna make a way for me. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make that happen. When in actuality, that is not true. Because the more you try to make things happen, the greater the resistance. The way you let things happen. You know, I hear this in with some of our professional athletes in the basketball and football, for example, how they talk about how much they practice and stuff, and then when they get into the game, because they're developing habits, they are developing habits, right? Habits for success, for their fields, for their expertise. And they talk about, one of the things they talk about is you can only control what you can control, right? Then when they're in the course of the game, and they're going through at certain parts of the game where the going gets tough, right? And the going gets rough. Some of those guys say, and you hear them talk about this in the interview, how when they get out there and they playing, they let the training take over. The habits they built in practice, they let that training kick in. Why? They developed the muscle memory. They trained and planned for this moment. If the professionals believe in these principles and it's working for them, it don't matter their color, their skin. It doesn't matter even whether or not some of them are 100,000-aires or millionaires. You have superstar players who talk like that. You have star players talk like that. Two different levels, sometimes even less than that. They work, they practice, they practice, they practice. If we would practice principles, success principles, more often than not, we won't have to fight nor try to force success into our lives or chase and pursue it as if it's way over there. We will find out what its address is and follow the instructions. And guess what'll happen? Success will become automatic for you. And that's one of our goals. Not to pursue, not to chase, not to try to grab a hold of by force success. No. Stop working backwards. Have you ever heard the term, or do you remember the term? You put the cart before the horse. That's what happens when we're pursuing success. You're doing it backwards. Here's the truth about success. Find out how it works and work it. Even if you don't like the instructions, even if they are inconvenient, uncomfortable, follow the instructions consistently. Believe the process. Believe in the system. It's going to work for you. Listen, if you have been blessed by this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, share this channel with somebody you know will benefit from this content. I appreciate you for joining me this Monday. I'll see you on the next one. And remember, maximize the moment.